Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise, remove your hats, and direct your attention. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise, remove your hats, and direct your attention to the center of the court for the presentation of the colors. Presenting the colors for today's game, please welcome the Texas A&M San Antonio Army ROTC Color Guard. Thank you. It's now time to introduce today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Saints, a senior from Austin, Texas, number 0, Breon Powell. A senior from Tampa Bay, Florida, number 1, Lonzo Wren. A senior from Mobile, Alabama, number 3, Trey Long. A senior from San Antonio, Texas, number 10, Rob Gill. And a junior from Converse, Texas, number 33, Arthur Celeste. The Saints are led by head coach Marcus Thompson. Texas A&M San Antonio!
We're good to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, your starting lineups for both squads today in this crosstown rivalry between your Texas A&M University-San Antonio Jaguars taking on the Our Lady of the Lake University Saints. This is the second time these two teams are matching up, and I have to say I am quite excited as we are getting some technical difficulties sorted out. On behalf of the Jaguars Sports Network, my name is Cameron Caldwell, and I have the honor of being joined on the broadcaster's table tonight with
Tony Talamantes.
And as I was saying, it's going to be a very exciting game. These two teams have a little bit of history, crosstown rivals, and both the men's and women's coaches that for the Jaguars previously came from the Saints, Tony.
Absolutely, yeah. The Saints were the ones that were able to get the win the last time these two teams met. Final score was 172 back at Our Lady of the Lake University's gym. So we'll see if the Jaguars can serve a W in their home court.
As Paul Minjoff knocks down a three to open up the game, scoring. Paul Minjoff coming off of he was injured for most of the season, Tony, and last game he came off the bench, had limited minutes, but had an impactful performance, and right then and there opening up the scoring with a three-pointer. And I believe the Jaguars coming off of a loss, Tony.
Yes, the Jaguars, their last game was here in the Jaguar Den, the Recreational Center, against North American University. Close one. They had, it was 80-70 was the final score. Alex Nunley was the leading scorer with 12 points in that contest. Keep an eye on him as he takes that shot. And last time, OLLU's last game, they won their last game against Houston Tillotson. It was close. Final score 72-70. Alonzo Rand had 18 points in that contest. So keep an eye on him as well. And Gonzalez on the shot.
As number 10, number 10, Rob Gill brought it up the court, and that three's in and out by Lorenzo Rand. And they're going to call a foul on, I believe that's number 2, Xavier Brown. If you weren't able to hear the starting lineups for both teams, at guard you have number 2, Xavier Brown, number 4, Antoine Gonzalez, number 13, Alex Nunnally, number 21, Felix Grief, number 42, number 42, Paul Minjoff, and shooting 2 for the Saints is Breon Powell. That first one in and out, no good. And Paul Minjoff, actually a former Saint himself.
As you mentioned, Cam, the last game he started and he was kind of red hot from the start. He made his first 2 baskets back-to-back, so we'll see if he can continue that theme as Xavier Brown inbounds to Paul. Going down the court, trying to cross the timeline. Looking for somebody, finds Gonzalez, pulls up from the wing. Good shot, Antoine Gonzalez. Keep an eye on him. Oh, almost a steal. Brown, they call an offensive foul on Breon Powell. Jaguars ball. Okay.
Great job there by Antoine Gonzalez getting his feet set. Looks like he took a little bit of contact there, but seems to be okay. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. We have just over 30 people watching live on the Jaguars Sports Network, and if you're new to the Jaguars Sports Network, I ask that you help us out and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, drop us a like, and if you haven't already, go ahead and drop us a chat. Let us know where you're chatting from and who you're supporting, whether it's our Jaguars or the Saints. We are happy that you're here on the Jaguars Sports Network, and we will interact and shout you out as Antoine Gonzalez tries to find a running floater. That one's no good. Rebound by the Saints and brought the court, but blocked by Xavier Brown! Sending that one to the rafters. The Saints didn't like that at all. Rob Gill looking to inbound it now after that big block by Xavier Brown, Tony.
Way to get back down in transition defense and smacking that ball into lot 3, Cam.
Xavier Brown elevated for that one. Had no problem getting up. Fouls on the ground, he says. It was 33, Arthur Klestein, fouled by number 21, Felix Grief. As I was saying, though, if you haven't already, if you want to let us know where you're chatting from and who you're supporting, love to shout you out as a battle down low is going on, and it looks like it's going to come up Jaguar ball.
Love to see the fight on both sides of the team trying to grab that ball in that scramble.
Absolutely a intense and passionate game early on, Tony, and it's exactly what you expect to see. Exactly what you expect to see in this crosstown rivalry. I apologize. We are just noticing now that our scoreboard says LCU. I'd like to apologize. The Jaguars are playing against the Our Lady of the Lake Saints. We're going to get that fixed as we speak. We're getting it fixed as we speak, I should say, as Paul Minjoth looking around. Jaguars trying to get something going. Nunnally pulls up. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by Powell. And Saints coming down hot. Almost another big block. Xavier Brown got up for that one. Not sure how he didn't block that, but a great bucket through the contact from Breon Powell, and 5-3 is the score. Paul Minjoth pull up. That one's off as well. I believe we have our scoreboard fixed now. As we said, it's the Texas A&M University-San Antonio Jaguars taking on their crosstown rivals, the Our Lady of the Lake Saints. Once again, excited that you are all here joining us for this Red River matchup.
And oh my goodness!
There's a massive dunk by Breon Powell, and that's going to go ahead and send the Jaguars into a timeout. Coach Dial needing to adjust. We're all tied up here at 5-all with just 3 seconds north of 6:15 left to play in this first half. As we said, been quite the competitive one.
Absolutely, Cam.
Not all tied up. Apologize about that.
Looks like we got our adjustment. It's 7-5 with the Saints ahead. But as you said, Cam, a close one so far. And that steal was right in front of the press box, and it went straight down Main Street for that slamma-jamma.
You can see that one coming from a mile away, Tony. And KSAT 12's in the house. I'd like to give them a shout out for coming and covering the Jaguars in this crosstown rivalry. We have General the Jaguar and our wonderful Jaguar dance squad, or cheer squad, I should say, and the den is packed. It's crosstown rivalry. It's exactly what we need. As many people in the den as we can as the Jaguars starting to get things going. Looks like Joshua Larry, number 8, has checked in, and they're going to go ahead and call a foul. Rob Gill, almost a steal, but Jaguars might have gotten bailed out there, Tony.
Absolutely. He was about to run all the way for an easy layup. That man, Rob Gill, was a difference maker in the last matchup as well, Cameron.
Absolutely. I believe Gill had over 20 points in the last matchup, I want to say, as Miss Viva Jefferson says, Grandma Viva here, watching from Fort Meade, Maryland. We're cheering our grandson, number 3, Trey Law. Let's go, Saints. Thank you so much for joining our stream. As Antoine Gonzalez takes a deep one. Doesn't get it to fall, but Felix Grief battling down low, and he's going to grab that offensive board. Felix Grief down low. That slams off the mark. No foul called. Felix Grief not happy with that one, but it's going to be Saints ball. But as we said, Miss Viva Jefferson, thank you so much for tuning in and supporting your Saints. We are happy that you are here.
That's what you want to see out of your big man, Cam. Felix Grief did not give up down low there.
Absolutely. Felix Grief battling down low for that, but wasn't so. That Felix Grief comes up with a block of his own. Makes up for that dunk. He wasn't able to convert. Felix Grief giving him grief.
Once again, that's what you want to see out of your big man, Cam. He's doing it on both sides of the court.
Miss Elania Calvin says, let's go Saints. Miss Calvin, thank you so much for tuning in and supporting your Saints on the Jaguar Sports Network. Looks like they're going to be called for a 10-second violation. Tony and I are looking at each other with puzzled faces. They're not
saying one Mississippi to Mississippi there.
No.
Straight business, Cam. But that's why I'm calling the game and not officiating it.
Coach Dial not happy either. Looks like players on the court having words. Nothing hostile, though, just words, trying to figure it out. Referees figuring it out as well. Coach Dial fired up. Coach Dial almost halfway to the court. Now, I want to remind everybody here listening and watching at home that Coach Dial was the former head coach for Our Lady of the Lake, so these players are all extremely familiar with Coach Dial. As number 0, Briant Powell with the outstanding move, going up and under, and another one right there. That's 4 points, and Coach Dial going into a timeout, not liking what he sees. 5-11, 6 points separating the Jaguars and Saints, and just 5 seconds north of 15 left to play.
Brian Powell's just too fast for your calls. Back to back, you didn't even get to finish what you were saying, and quick, fast, and hurry, these Jaguars got to figure some kind of plan out.
Absolutely, giving up a quick bucket right there, Brian Powell, and then a steal right after. Coach Dial not happy with the referee. Daniel Smith from Gary, Indiana, saying, "Let's go Saints." Thank you so much, Gary, or thank you so much, Mr. Daniel Smith, from tuning in all the way from Indiana to support your Saints. We are happy that you are here, and we're happy that anybody and everybody's here. We've had viewers from as far as El Salvador and Central America and South America and all different countries, as the Saints come away with another steal, and Rob Gill.
Back. Steals. Jaguars got to do something different. Oh my goodness! The alley and the oop in front of the Jaguar den, Cameron.
I wasn't quite sure where he was throwing that pass until I saw a backside oop coming in, and that's where that pass was going, ladies and gentlemen. I'm at a loss for words, Tony. As Antoine Gonzalez with it now, the Saints putting the Jagger in the Jaguars and keeping the press up hard. Gonzalez driving, getting that one to go. Nice footwork from Antoine Gonzalez. And Saints going to turn it over. Jaguars showing their press.
Antoine Gonzalez with that basket, turnover by the Saints. That's what you need to see if you're the Jaguars. Switch up momentum after that incredible alley-oop.
And it looks like Alvin Brew has checked in. Joshua Larry in as well, and looks like that was a block by Lonzo Rand for the Saints on Antoine Gonzalez. Antoine went down hard there, and now it's Till and Larry. Till trying to get something going. Cross-court pass over to Rand. Rand with it now, electing to slow it down a little bit. 15 on the shot clock. And a comfortable little elbow jumper right there from Brian Powell. Brian Powell must have at least 6 or 8 points at this point, Tony.
Absolutely. He's well at 6 points. That was an easy jumper.
Once again, like to thank everybody for tuning in. We have just over 50 people watching live on the Jaguars Sports Network live broadcast. And if you haven't already, is that 3 up by Paul Minjoff knows good. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, drop us a like, and hit that notification bell, as we are the central hub for all things Jaguars sports. Gabriel Till finding nothing but net. Rob Gill finding nothing but net on that one.
Saints having their way with the Jaguars, Cameron.
Absolutely. Lead has extended to 11 points now. Jaguars got to get something going in this first half. Cross-court path over to Antoine Gonzalez. He's in the corner. Joshua Larry with it now. Faking around, moving. Too much defense for him. And Alvin Brew staying with it. Shot clock at 2. He has to throw it up. Uncomfortable shot, and it's going to be a shot clock violation on the Jaguars. Saints press really paying off.
Great defense by the Saints to force that shot clock violation. It looks like they're having a full squad switcheroo here, as all the starters are going to be heading, if not all, most of the starters heading to the bench, and a new lineup for the Saints. Fresh legs for the Saints, Cameron.
Absolutely. Have to see what kind of a difference that's going to make, as we have just 5 seconds north of 12 and a half left to play in this first half of this crosstown rivalry, the Red River Athletic Conference matchup, and that's going to be a travel on number 12, Xavier Purnell. Jaguar Den is packed up. We have fans of all likes here, Jaguars and Saints, as we do in our broadcast. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, whether it's Saints or Jaguars, as Fotis Astropoulos He's able to save that. An ugly pass, and Jaguars need to slow things down here. Things are just kind of being thrown all over the court. Joshua Larry wide open in the corner. Antoine Gonzalez elect to pull it up, and not going to pay off. Gabriel Till staying with it, but Saints stay with it in the end.
Great defense by the Saints, able to away with that ball as it was flying all over the place.
A great shot closeout by Gabriel Till, but an even better rebound and putback by number 15, Devontae Durst. Another 2 for the Saints as Jaguars really struggling here. And they get a basket, and they're going to call a foul. Set him to the line for a 3-point play. Antoine Gonzalez ending that run the Saints were on. I believe that was a 9 or 10-0 run, Tony. And after that and one, Gonzalez is going to go to the charity stripe, see if he can convert this 3-point play. Score is 9-20 with just 11 and a half left to play.
Smart move by Gonzalez to elect to go for the easy layup instead of for the slam dunk right there, as he had an open lane, Cam.
Absolutely. See if he can convert the 3-point play. As I said, the Jaguar den is packed, and Gonzalez can't get it to drop. Great pass down low. Saints really moving the ball well early, and Alvin Breaux caught an elbow from number 5, Keon Elliott, excuse me.
Good steal by Gonzalez.
Kenyon Elliott, I say, excuse me. Gonzalez, that smooth jumper that he likes, but can't get it to fall. Gets his own rebound, and the putback, little floater. That one's good. Count it. And he cuts the lead down to a single-digit margin now. Jaguars trying to get into comfortable position here with just 15 seconds north of 10 and a half left to play in this first half, and a deep 3 from number 4. Matthew Gonzalez is good, and the bench is loving that one. Matthew Gonzalez, that's his first bucket of the game.
Joshua Larry, splash. In the corner, Joshua Larry.
Larry from the corner. That's going to be Jaguar ball. Saints turnover. I believe that one was mishandled by either number 5, Kenyon Elliott, or number 20, Wakil Lopez. It's a toss-up between the two. If you're just joining us, this is Cameron C. and Tony T. on the call for the Jaguar Sports Network in collaboration with Jaguar College Radio. We are the entirely student-ran network as Xavier Brown's able to keep it in. Corner 3, Paul Minjob, why not?
Cutting the lead inch by inch, Cam, 23-17.
Only a 6-point difference now. What was I think, almost a 13-point lead at some point, Tony. The Jaguars not letting up here. And another 3. That one's off by Gonzalez. And rebound, Alvin Breaux. Little Euro step away on the glass. The putback's off. And that's going to stay with the Saints. After it bounces around a little bit, Coach Dial not happy with it. Neither are the players on the court. Gabriel Till thought it should have stayed with the Jags, but it's going to be Saints ball as we have just 2 seconds south of 9.5 left to play in this first half. It's again this crosstown rivalry between the Texas A&M University-San Antonio Jaguars and the Our Lady of the Lake University Saints as Gonzalez pulls up. Can't get that one to drop, and almost a little miscommunication between the Jaguars. Gabriel Till and Brown getting tangled up right there, but Jaguars able to stay in possession of it as Breaux is up top. Till back to Breaux. Breaux, corner 3. That one's off. In and out of the rim. Still a 6-point game here. That should be a travel. And it is. And General the Jaguar letting him know in the corner. I wish our cameraman was getting this. Hopefully y'all are seeing that. And we're General the Jaguar in the building, everybody. As the Jaguars clawing back at this 6-point difference. Alvin Breaux with it.
almost a kickball. It's Fotis.
Great crossover there by Fotis Astropoulos. Back to Brew. Little pull-up. Paul Minjoff. Corner. 3. That one's off again.
Foul on the Jags. It'll be Saints ball.
Got to call a over-the-back foul on Fotis Astropoulos. And, Tony, it's a good thing we're commentators, because if I was a referee, that would not have been a foul in my book. But Saints ball nonetheless. Still a 6-point game, as it was number 15, Devontae Durst, bringing the ball up the court. Saints whipping it around now. It's with number 5, Kenyon Elliott. He gives it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez is off, but the putback, little tip in from number 12. Xavier Purnell's good.
Second chance points, Cam. That's got to be the story of this game for the Saints. That's 2 or 3 already. They're able to put back for easy baskets as a steal already. There comes Gonzalez, 3-on-1.
Oh, and a block off the glass! They're going to call that a goaltend. I don't believe it. That was off the glass. Never mind. That is a goaltend. That was the correct call. After watching that one in our replay over here, that was the correct call. But nonetheless, I believe that was Xavier Brown elevating for that one.
Remind me of LeBron James with his chase down block in the finals. The Saints have another fresh swap of legs. Cam, that could be a difference maker as you have a full start. Oh my goodness, almost a steal.
It
is a steal.
Rather careless pass from Paul Minjoff, and he's most likely going to get taken out right away because of that one. And rebound Jags are able to avoid dropping a bucket there. And looks like Gonzalez was fouled. Looks like it was fouls called on Breon Powell. Gabriel Till's going to check out, and so is Fotis Astropoulos. We're seeing Felix Grief back in the game, as well as Alex Nunnally. Alex Nunnally, the senior out of NC State transfer. Felix Grief with it now. Back to Brown. Brown's going to pull up about the free throw line, and that one's off. Felix Grief down low to try and put it back, but no good.
Good rebound by Celestin there.
Saints really moving the ball with a lot of conviction, Tony.
Absolutely. As the Jags able to get that rebound, but you're right, Cam. Couldn't have said it better. They're moving the ball as swiftly as you could think, and they're going to call a travel on Alex Nunnally. Saints bench letting them know it was right in front of them.
So with Gill now, back to Powell. Powell over to Laurent. So jump stop inside. And looks like Xavier Brown's going to be called on the foul. Amari Nora says, "Let's go Jags." Thank you so much for tuning in, Amari, and supporting your Jaguars in this crosstown rivalry matchup. First time these two teams met up, the Saints got the better of the Jaguars. I believe the score was 172. So Jaguars keeping it close, though, just an 11-point game. After that free throw is good by Trey Law, and he's able to convert both. I know Trey Law has some family here watching live from Fort Meade, Maryland. I'd like to give them a shout-out as well, and a great move by Xavier Brown, faking out that defender as Alex Nunnally pulls up. That one's just off the rim, but battling for his own rebound. They're going to keep it.
Oh,
Xavier Brown.
Easy basket for Brown.
Stretching down the court. Able to convert that basket. Gill to Powell. Powell's going to pull up. That one's off. Rebound Grief. Gonzalez with it. Minjoff, he's pulling up. That one's off as well. Minjoff not shooting the best from the floor. And slam dunk by Lonzo Rand, slamming that one home with authority.
Oh, shake and bake by Gonzalez.
Thought about pulling that one up, but heard the wolf call from his bench. Gonzalez.
Off the mark. Oh, here come the Saints again. Cameron. Oh! My goodness, Trey Law is dunking flawlessly in the Jaguar den, letting him know that the Saints are here, Cameron.
Slamming that one home was Trey Law, as Tony said. Alex Nunnally giving it back to Brown. That one was big time slam dunk there.
Jaguars
Grief with it.
Going here, Cam.
Grief! And Grief's going to go to the line for two. And Caleb Steinerhardt, you are absolutely right, my friend. Seeing these in person are even more insane, as you can imagine. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in and chatting with us here on the Jaguar Sports Network. Cameron C. and Tony T. on the horn, as Felix Grief is shooting two. We have just over 60 people watching live on the Jaguar Sports Network, and it looks like the Jaguars going to go ahead and get a change going. Alvin Brew checking back in, and Filip Radulovic checking in for the first time tonight. And Caleb says, shout out to Tony doing his thing on the mic. Absolutely, Tony T., the man himself, killing it right here, my co-commentator.
Gotta say, Cam, you're doing a fantastic job as well.
Too kind, my friend. Gotta say, the duo that everybody knows and loves, Tony T. and Cam C. on the call. We have been calling pretty much every game all season for the Jaguar Sports Network, as that shot by Breon Powell is good for two. And Jaguars, after this game, have about 3 games left, 2 of those which are away, and one of which is a home game. 4 games left, actually, 2 of which are home game. And Alvin Brew, little finger roll. That one's off the mark, though. No good, but able to
Fight for the ball, but
fighting for it, but not going to stay with the Jags. Thank you so much for your kind words, Caleb. Dynamic duo. Love to hear that. Tony and I, as I said, been commentating mostly all season. Tony got his first nod to commentate up on the playoff game in our soccer season. Penalty shootout. Tony got the nod to hop on the microphone with me, and although it was his first time, and Tony's a bit more of a basketball man, is that steal by the Jags.
here comes Larry.
But Larry losing his footing, and it's going to go back to the Saints. As I was saying, though, Tony and I growing together on the mic and growing Jaguar Sports Network together, as we have just over 700 subscribers and 60 people watching live. I'd like to thank all of you for your support and your kind words. The entirely student-run volunteer network here on the beautiful campus of Texas A&M University-San Antonio, and number 33, Arthur Kleston's going to be called for a foul on Gabriel Till. Called for a pushing foul, as we have just 3:46 left to go in this first half.
Interesting call, Cam. That looked interesting to me, but that's why I'm calling the game, as we said. And they're going to reset. They're going to inbound the ball. Jaguars.
Jaguars ball.
And Saints coming away with a steal. I'm not sure what the... Looks like they're going to call Filip Radulovic for a foul. It's going to stay on the floor.
His first personal, team's 5th. Saints ball.
That's a Saints turnover. Jaguar ball. Amari Norris, where is Journey Phillips? We do not have official word on where Journey Phillips is. If we can get an official word from Coach Dial, we will. We simply do not have an answer for that, unfortunately, right now. We did not see Journey Phillips today. I'm sure everything is all right with him. Journey Phillips, the graduate combo guard, who was the leading scorer and leading guard for the Jaguars. Joshua Larry with it now. Antoine Gonzalez, pump fake. Now he's going to pull up. And that shot's good. Antoine Gonzalez finding some nylon after a dry spell for a little bit.
That's a shot you want him to find, Cam, with the just center of the court. Little easy basket that he loves to shoot. Oh, careless pass by Larry. The slam dunk by Lonzo Rand. Oh my goodness.
Saints leading by 16 after that big slam. Three's off, rebound by Klestein. Klestein, Gill. And Gill is going to be called for the foul on Klestein. That one's going to stay on the ground. Just 4 seconds north of 2.5 left to play in this first half.
Jaguars foul number 12, Gabriel Till, his first personal, team 6.
And at this free throw, I'd like to take this opportunity to let everybody know A&M San Antonio will be hosting our first ever homecoming week, kicking off on February 17th and ending on Saturday, February 22nd. The theme this year is Deep in the Heart of Texas, and we will have a kickoff event on Monday, student competitions, Western-themed events, and a chili cook-off. Dome coming on Friday as well, and that is a cannot-miss event. And Saturday we'll round out the homecoming program with our Jaguar Den tailgate before the women and men's basketball game and our Jaguar royalty crowning. Our inaugural homecoming week will be one we won't forget. Check out JagSync for more information, and let's go Jags, as that free throw was good, making the score 22-40, 18 points separating the Jags and Saints.
I heard a rumor the other day, Cameron, that you're going to be participating in the chili cook-off, so we'll see you there.
Cannot confirm or deny whether that rumor is true, Tony. I am known to be nasty behind a grill, but chili is a bit of a different game. As that bucket's no good, actually. We caught for a travel. Klestein caught for a travel, but yes, that chili cook-off's just one of the many exciting events taking place next week on our beautiful campus, starting February 17th and ending on Saturday, February 22nd. And, of course, starting it off right is the theme of Deep in the Heart of Texas. What else would you do? And Felix Grief slamming it home! Felix Grief! In the slam dunk of his own.
In front of the Saints bench, too. You gotta like to see the electricity coming from the Jags.
That right there might have been the momentum kick that the Jags needed going into halftime, as we have just a couple seconds south of 2 minutes left to play, and looks like Elliott's going to come away with a steal, and another bucket by Trey Law, almost a slam dunk. And Ajan Hadis-Estrania has checked into the game, I believe, for the first time tonight, Tony.
I believe so, Cam. Oh,
Antoine Gonzalez, little jump stop.
Pretty jump stop and a pretty jumper for Gonzalez.
Some real 2010s college hoops right there. A little jump stop. Love to see that. And comfortable jumper. Antoine Gonzalez, known for those little elbow jumpers. Ajan on the closeout, pass down low, and now it's a good bucket by number 5, Kenyon Elliott, getting that one to go. Almost a minute left here.
Jags got to do something here to close out the half to keep the momentum going, as Antoine Gonzalez pulls up, in and out.
And one, send him to the line, Tony.
For Alonzo Rand, chance for a three-point play. The Saints want to keep their momentum going in, and that's something you want to do as the half is drawing to an end. With a 20-point lead, the Saints
has an opportunity to send it into a 21-point lead with just 43 seconds left. There will be 13.8 left on the shot clock after these free throws are shot. After this free throw is shot, excuse me. And with that free throw, with that foul rather, won't make too much of a difference. The Saints are in the bonus with just 43 left to play in the half. And three-point play is good. 21 points separating Jaguars and Saints, and 12 seconds separating game clock and shot clock. 32 seconds left on the shot clock. 13 seconds.
Oh my goodness, another steal by the Saints.
Spinning. Good move, but can't get the bucket to fall. That one was number 20, Wakil Lopez, and he'll go to the line for 2. And with that, the shot clock should be off after this. Yes, it is. So 26 and a half left to play. And 21-point game. Wakil Lopez can't get the first one to fall. I invite you all to keep it right here in we're going to have some halftime entertainment from the lovely A&M University-San Antonio cheer squad. And possibly Jen with the Jaguars as well. He was in the building. And that second free throw is good. 22-point game now. With just 24 seconds left, Paul Minjoth bringing it down the court. Number 42. Back to Antoine Gonzalez, 15 on the game clock. Gonzalez looking at a double team. Nunnally making him jump. Nunnally 3. Nylon! And with just 5 left to play, Saints coming up the court. Felix Grief to Gonzalez, and it's off the glass. And Tony, after first half of play, your Texas A&M University-San Antonio Jaguars 29, the Our Lady of the Lake University Saints 48. What are we seeing, Tony?
The Saints are going to steal the ball, Cam. Careless passes from inbounding. Although you do got to give it to Alex Nunnally for hitting that 3 right before the half. That's something you want to do going into halftime. And the Jags have nothing to hang their heads up. There's still 20 minutes of basketball left. The Saints still can't. That's been the story. The Saints are all over this game.
Absolutely, Tony. Couldn't have said it better myself. As you said, the Saints been all over the place. And I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in and chatting away with us. If you haven't chatted already, go ahead and do that for us. Kenneth, thank you so much for chatting. And we're going to go ahead and set it into a halftime break. Keep it right here on the Jaguars Sports Network with Cameron C. and Tony T. Don't press that.
Okay, so I'm just going to talk. I don't know if you can hear me. Is that both ears? Both ears or just one ear? It is? Yes, sir. Well, yeah. Can you, I'm just talking like normal. You can hear me both ears?
We've got some great tunes to go along with all the excitement on game time here for the Jaguar fans. Athletic officials are seldom given the appreciation they deserve. They are given the responsibility and authority to enforce the rules of the game. Please treat the officials with the same good sportsmanship you treat the students. More music is coming up here on Game Time. The home of the Texas A&M San Antonio Jaguars. should realize the kind of attendance at this game to become participants, and the schools are ultimately responsible for participants. More music to come here on Game Time. Always the best music. Right here for the Jaguars. I got a fever, it's just like me. Strong shoulder, high the lid, slipping down, more than ever season. I swear it's further down the road. He still shows me where to go. I live, I love, I raise your arms up. You'll be the same, forever young. Road trips around the sun star, spinning, it's over. When this year did, like your eyes, 20s turn to 45, the rival tongues waiting on your shoulders. Try again for change. Like my old man, I ain't afraid of getting old. Who knows, let those years pile up. Let those clocks keep running. Say don't stop at nothing anyway. That's over.
Saints ball.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of Jaguar Nation, we are back with another exciting half of Red River Athletic Conference basketball between your Texas A&M University-San Antonio Jaguars and the crosstown rivals, Our Lady of the Lake Saints. And I have a special guest here on the broadcasters table. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, my friend.
Hey, what's going on, Jaguar Nation? This is Per Brown Hawkins, senior graduate, A&M San Antonio, man. So thank you for having me on. It's awesome to see the amazing growth of the campus. And it's really exciting to see the first inaugural, basketball team here. So it's exciting, Ken.
Absolutely, and as I understand, you were part of the club basketball team here on campus. So you want to talk a little bit about your days on the club team and now what it's like seeing the Jaguar Den and the fully scholarship team and how far and how much it's grown in the short amount of time.
Honestly, it's remarkable. It's honestly a blessing because when we started here on the club team and we had to get some guys together to round everybody up and just really get together and then find a coach and it's kind of cool. It's kind of camaraderie just because everything is basically together. Everybody kind of knows each other. So especially this being a rivalry and just kind of knowing that we were kind of the ones that pioneered it and just seeing it continue and just keep growing and growing. It's just a blessing.
Absolutely. And I don't know, I don't think I asked Marshall this. Is there any current club players that were on the club team that are now on the team right now?
Yeah, so none of them are currently. I know a couple of them tried out. But I know one of our club players, he's actually one of the student assistant coaches, Mr. Diego Aguirre. So Diego Aguirre, shout out to him. We put a lot of work in the gym. And to where he was then to where he is now, it's definitely awesome for him to be in the position that he's in, especially with, getting his degree in coaching. He's going to make a great coach one day for sure.
Absolutely, you can
definitely
tell. And as we've seen him throughout the season, he's definitely had an impact on this team here, being a student, but as well as on the assistant coaching side. And I believe, if I'm correct, Marshall said you all won a championship with the club team.
Yeah, so that was a really long, successful, and eventful journey, man. I remember it like it was yesterday. We started from the ground up. We literally went from playing on the rec fields outside, practicing out there in the heat, 100-degree weather, 110 weather, and then we'd be blessed to play against different teams. Shout out to Coach Leung. He's actually one of the assistant coaches on the OLLU staff that's here today. He really, really embodied the brotherhood mentality and just being a team with that dunk right there by Mr.
Unreal
Law.
alley-oop. Hate to cut you off, my friend, but that one had to be called. And Saints, we're starting to run away with it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it was just amazing camaraderie with all those guys, and you know, we ultimately ended up playing like in the TSAC league. We played against Palo Alto. We played against all the Alamo colleges. Got to play against UIW. We also did a tournament where we played in. We went to Arlington. We played against other club teams that were pretty perennial, like Stephen F. Austin. We played Baylor. We played Lamar. We played UCLA. So it was really a tough test to, you know, just kind of see where we were at. And then once we got that, we got to the Elite Eight, which was awesome. You know, we were able to come back. And then obviously win the championship. And it was just a surreal moment because, you know, a lot of people counted us out. A lot of people said that we weren't a real team, you know, and we weren't really worried about what everybody else thought. You know, we just wanted to go out there and, you know, put on a show for our school and our fans and our parents and just in general because we're playing the game that we love.
Absolutely, and you can tell that kind of mentality has definitely translated here, although as Xavier Brown elevates to get that alley-oop out of here. Love that. Says not in my den. Jaguars 33, Saints 58. And as I was saying, the new Jaguar squad definitely share that same mentality, going from the club team, humble beginnings on an asphalt court outside. Many people don't know that we just this year got the Student Recreational Center built, as we call it the Jaguar Den. Our club team started off on an asphalt court outside with holding a little awning that barely provided any help. I remember my freshman year playing out there when I was playing soccer, and humble beginnings, and here we are now as Paul Minjoth lets that one go, can't get it to fall, as Antoine Gonzalez gets the board, and he'll pull up, gets the floater to go.
And I see more of that for sure. More of that from number 4 for sure. There goes Rob.
And a putback, and I'd like to thank you so much, my friend, for joining us on the broadcaster's table and sharing us your stories here from the club team and the humble beginnings here at A&M San Antonio. And Tony T is going to join us back on the mic.
Thank you, Cam.
Looks like Xavier Brown and Antoine Gonzalez going to check out. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to the Jaguar Sports Network. Cameron C. and Tony T back on the mic, and that was our graduate student, Ibrahim Parabon Hawkins, and once again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. 35-62, almost a 30-point difference, and Saints have really started to show their superiority in these last couple of minutes here.
Absolutely, Cam. They're starting to run away with it. Almost back-to-back alley-oops and almost steal after steal as Till puts it in there.
Gabriel Till with a soft touch, getting that basket to fall. And looks like the Saints have a lineup change coming up soon in this crosstown rivalry matchup between the Jaguars and Saints. And here comes that lineup change.
It's a good strategy that the OLLU Saints have, Cam. Fresh legs.
Absolutely.
Fresh legs is always a plus.
Seems like they're doing it in spurts of every 5 minutes or so, which is smart. And especially if you have the depth of a bench that can get that done, then there's no problem, as Matthew Gonzalez is covering Alvin Brew. Alvin Brew trying to find Nylon. Oh. Strong rebound by Gabriel Till, and he goes up and is fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. Once again, thank you all so much for chatting away and joining us. Mr. Kenneth, Mr. Amari Nora, and Caleb Sternick, Ilana Calvin. We have just over 50 people watching live on the Jaguar Sports Network. We are the main hub for all things Jaguar sports, as Gabriel Till sinks that first one. Second one is pending. I'd like to thank everybody behind the scenes, all the heavy lifting that's being done. Our technical producer and technical director, Tony Talamantes, who's also on the mic with me here. Our alumni and also commentator, Marshall Best. Our Marcom and social media specialist, Navenka Gomez, who is also taking photographs. Our president, Brian Lopez, working the camera. And a corner 3 for Matthew Gonzalez. That one's off. And our director of photography, Miss Natalie Once again, thank you all so much for making my job and Tony's job the easy one tonight. We have the fun job of just watching these amazing athletes, watching a basketball game, and all the heavy lifters behind the scenes as Fotis Histropoulos is fouled. I believe that foul was on number 5, Kenyon Elliott. 3 seconds south of 14 and a half left to go in this second half of Red River Athletic Conference play. Once again, I'd like to invite you all to chat away with us. Let us know who you're supporting as Gabriel Till turns that one away to the Saints. Chat away with us, let us know who you're supporting.
My
and
goodness.
one! Send him to the line for a three-point play. That one was on Gabriel Till.
As he was falling down, Cam, able to put that basket in, and now he's heading to the charity stripe for a chance at a three-point play, as you said. My goodness.
Let us know where you're chatting from, and we'll give you a shout-out and who you're supporting. Whether it's Saints or Jaguars, we are happy you're here.
Oh, that free throw's off the mark. Fight for the ball. Gonzalez comes away with it. Pushing the court down. Trying to go coast to coast, and he does. Antoine Gonzalez grabs the rebound and goes all the way down for the easy layup there, Cameron.
Saints coming back the other way. Spin move and a inside pass to number 20. That was Wakil Lopez slamming that one home. Oh, my goodness. And Antoine Gonzalez has an answer the other way. Tony,
That dunk shook the entire gymnasium, Cameron.
Jaguar Den.
Oh, I thought he was going to do it again.
Another pass inside to Wakil Lopez, and Gabriel Till's going to be called for a foul. Wakil Lopez upset about that one. Gabriel Till not happy as well. Wakil Lopez says some kind, choice words to Gabriel Till after getting an elbow to the face. Wasn't too happy about that, but they're going to call a flagrant.
Wow.
They're going to call a flagrant foul on Gabriel Till, and I got to say, Tony,
I'm a little lost for words, Cam.
I don't. We're commentators. We're not. That's a tough call there. They're going to call a flagrant foul.
They're
Gabriel
chipping at
Till.
each other, Cam. I don't know if you see that.
They're jawing now. Wakil
Right
Lopez is
each other's face, Cam.
absolutely. It's all just basketball, though. No real behind it. Just basketball extracurriculars. Wakil Lopez, Gabriel Till going at it. Cameras on the free throws.
The ref being the monitor between these two powerful big men.
Absolutely. And it looks like Gabriel Till is going to go ahead and check out. Coach Dial going to preemptively strike that one down, which is likely the smart option, Tony. Avoiding one of your big men getting into some trouble. He already picked up one flagrant. I'm not sure how a flagrant works into your personal fouls, but he picked up a flagrant, and that is what it is. So that three-pointer's off. Fotis rebound.
Careless pass up ahead, a little too far up. And
I'd like to thank Ms. Keisha Purnell. She's watching and supporting her Saints all the way from Virginia, supporting number 12, Xavier Purnell. Assuming there's some relation there, and I'd like to thank you for tuning in and supporting your Saints and Xavier Purnell. Whether you're Saints or Jaguars fans, we're happy to have you here, and please do not refrain from chatting away. Let us know where you're chatting from. We have fans as far away as Colombia, El Salvador, and fans all the way up to Maine and Seattle and everywhere across the globe. Jaguar Sports Network is for everybody and everyone. As Ajan Hadasastranya, he's going to get called. Someone fouls him. I think that was number 4 that fouled him. Number 4, Matthew Gonzalez. And that one will stay on the ground. I'd like to give a shout out to KSAT 12. KSAT 12 is in the building doing some coverage over the crosstown rivalry that is the Texas A&M University-San Antonio Jaguars and the Our Lady of the Lake Saints. KSAT 12 getting some coverage here. And another Jaguar turnover, Tony.
Another careless pass by the Jaguars gives them. Oh! Felix said not again in the Jaguar den.
No, sir! Felix Grief says not in my house!
Way to protect the rim by the big man Felix Grief.
Felix Grief had enough of Joaquil Lopez slamming it home. He got a little get back for Gabriel Till right there, the two big men, and I know that Gabriel Till is especially happy to see that one because I know the two were roommates when they first both came to the country, Gabriel Till and Felix Grief. I'm forgetting your name, but I have a common chatter who is a old roommate of Felix Grief. If you're here and you're watching, go ahead and leave us a chat. We'd like to shout you out. As Ajan Hadis Estrania is with it now. Ajan inside to Grief going for a slam of his own, but tipped away by Lopez. And Saints going the other way with conviction. Joshua Larry on him like a glove. Joshua Larry, and it rims out, in and out. And they're going to call a foul on Ajan Hadis Estrania.
Another opportunity for Saints to stretch their lead even longer, and if the Jaguars want to come back, they're going to have to start doing something as soon as possible, Cam.
Absolutely. We're looking at a 29-point difference, Tony. Got to get something going here for the Jags.
First free throw is no good. That's a sign of life for the Jaguars, as we got a whole couple of players being subbed out here.
Looks like Ajan's going to check out, Fotis is going to check out, and as well as Joshua Larry. And replacing them is Xavier Brown, Philip Radulevich, and Paul Minjoff, excuse me. Amari Nora says Journey's absence is certainly noticeable. Jags doing great. Not bad for an inaugural season. Absolutely right. Journey Phillips, the graduate captain, noticeably not present here, unfortunately. Not taking the ball up for the Jags as per normal. Hopefully Journey Phillips is okay. And neither is Desmond Dudley, another big-time player for the Jags. Hopefully everything is all right with them. We don't have official word on where they are, but Paul Minjoff bringing it up now, and Jaguars trying to get something going here.
Oof, almost a steal by the Saints. Gonzalez able to hold on to it. Here come the Saints, almost taking number 5. Oh, chase down block by Xavier Brown. Minjoff up to Gonzalez, one-on-one, back to Grief. And a slam dunk, Grief.
And it looks like we have some hurt players on the Saints and Jaguars end. Both players are okay, though. Going to make sure we keep our camera off of those players. They are able to walk away under their own health.
Love to see it. They're able to get both of them up, Cam.
Absolutely, and Xavier Brown not too happy with having to come off, but since he did come down, he has to come out. Thank you so much for your kind words, Mr. Richard Wasgimba.
Valentine's Day, we'll definitely have a radio show on Valentine's Day. Jaguar College Radio will be talking on the Sportscast, 11 a.m., 12 p.m. Stay tuned.
Once again, we invite you all to help us out and hit that subscribe button as Antoine Gonzalez fires a 3. That one's off. It's going to stay with the Saints, but once again, invite you all to hit that subscribe button. And corner 3 from Matthew Gonzalez, nothing but nylon. That subscribe button, help us out. We just hit our goal of 700 subscribers the other day, and our new goal of 800 subscribers for the end of this month, I'd say. If you can help us all. Our student-run network as another 3's fire, number 15, Devontae Durst, letting that one fly and finding nylon.
Back-to-back 6-0 run for the Saints.
34-point difference here. And we are steadily approaching the halfway point in this second half, just 20 seconds north of 10 minutes left to play in this Red River Athletic Conference matchup between your Texas A&M University-San Antonio Jaguars and our crosstown rivals, the Our Lady of the Lake University Saints. First time these two teams met, the Saints came away with a better score. I believe it was 86-70, I want to say, and Saints still moving with conviction.
Durst, the nice little move. Xavier Brown back in the game. Here comes Phillip. Reversal. Minjoth with the putback for the Jags. Saints all the way on their side of the court already. To Lopez. Oh, and it goes in and out. Jaguars fortunate on that missed dunk as Bro to Minjoth on the corner. 3, just off the mark. Rebound Saints.
And Miss Irma Ortega says, go Jaguars from El Paso. El Paso in the house. Thank you so much for supporting your Jags from El Paso, Texas. As we are just 10 seconds south of 9.5
Oh, my
left
goodness.
to play. And Joaquil Lopez letting that one rip. That one's no good. Saints bench starting to have some fun here. Alex Nunnally from the corner. He finds Nylon. Why not? Let it fly, says Alex Nunnally.
Right, that's the right time to start shooting those threes, hitting those threes from Alex Nunnally. Got to have a little bit more of those to get back into this contest.
Absolutely, as a 29-point difference is the score differential, and just another knockdown shot right there from, I believe that one was number 5, Kenyon Elliott. And with that, that's going to send the Jaguars into a timeout.
It's all Saints. All Saints this half, Cam. The 31-point differential. Alex Nunnally, Paul Minjoth, they're going to have to start shooting from beyond the arc. Shooting lights out. I stand corrected. Shooting lights out to come back, claw this back into this game. As you get ready to resume this second half.
I'd like to invite everybody to our next home game, which is February 20th, taking on Southwest University out of New Mexico. And also like to take this time to go ahead and let everybody know that A&M San Antonio will be hosting our first ever homecoming week, kicking off on February 17th and ending with Saturday, February 22nd. The theme this year is Deep in the Heart of Texas. We will have a kickoff event on Monday, student competitions, Western-themed events, a chili cook-off, and Dome Coming on Friday, which is the cannot-miss event. Saturday we'll round out the homecoming program with our Jaguar Den tailgate before the women and men's basketball game and our Jaguar royalty crowning. Our inaugural homecoming week will be one we will not forget, so check out JagSync for more information, and let's go Jags. And the ball is going to be with Alvin Brew. After, I believe, a big-time three-pointer was hit, Tony.
Yes, by Phillip. As Larry tries to take one of his own off the mark. Rebound, Saints. Powell with it. To Rand. Nunnally on him. Inside to Celestin. To Gill. Back to Rand off the mark. Rebound by Gill. Saints have the ball again. Crisscrossing over Larry to the corner. Powell off the mark. Rebound Nunnally. Here comes Bro. Passes to Phillip. Pulls the trigger beyond the arc. Off the rim. Saints ball.
Called a foul on Nunnally. Not too sure about that one. Regardless, Saints ball. Joshua Larry and Alex Nunnally continuing the full court press. Our Lady Jags just came off of a win against the Our Lady of the Lake University Saints. That makes them 2-0 against our crosstown rivals, and the Jaguars clawing away at this one still.
Absolutely, Cam. They still have a somewhat of an opening, and they got to go quick, fast, and in a hurry. As Gill is wide open, pulls a trigger, splash, leaving a man open like that. Somebody like Gill is not ideal if you're trying to claw back, Cam.
Nothing but nylon on that one. Joshua Larry's three is off the mark, and Saints heading the other way.
Oh, no.
Almost an off the backboard alley-oop. That would have been something to see. Alex Nunnally on him like a glove, and by Xavier Brown, he elevated up again.
Big time block by Xavier Brown.
Xavier Brown silencing the Saints bench. Xavier Brown is timing on elevating like that. Knows exactly what he's doing at the right moment, and Mr. Derek, the Harrison Powell family from Austin, Texas, saying, "Let's go Saints." Thank you so much for tuning in, as that bucket's good by number 33, Arthur Klestein. I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in, whether it's Jaguars or Saints fans. We're happy to have you here nonetheless. And the Jaguar Sports Network, Cameron C. and Tony T. on the call. Everybody's favorite duo is that bucket by, I believe that one's Gabriel Till, Tony. Or
Yes. Fotis or Gabriel Till. They're both underneath there. I couldn't see from beyond the ref in front of me. Either way, those 2 points are good to get for the Jaguars as they call back.
And number 33, Klestein again, working down low to make something happen. That one's good for two. Gabriel Till with it. Gabriel Till absorbing that contact, getting that one to go. Still trying to close this gap here. It's a 31-point difference. Jaguars trailing. Looks like a kickball. I think this one's staying with the Saints.
Do want to thank everybody for subscribing to the channel, but we also have an Instagram that is 4 followers away from reaching our goal of 400 at Jaguar Sports Network on Instagram. So don't be afraid to follow us on the social media platform, as well as Gill pulls the trigger beyond the arc. Rebound by Taylor.
Great box out there by Gabriel Till. Canada says, Breon Powell, your grandfather is proud of you. I know that means the world to him when he goes back and watches this stream. He'll see that live comment, sir. And once again, we'd like to thank you for supporting your grandson. I know how important it is for grandparents to be able to watch their grandchildren, especially here in college. You know, college sports is a special thing, as I believe that foul was called on Ajan Hajistranya. And that'll send number 3, Trey Law, to the line, and I believe the Saints are now in the bonus, Tony.
Yes, I was just about to mention that, Cam. And they're now in the bonus, and you'll probably see them attacking inside a lot more, as they'll get a chance for any contact is going to send them straight to the charity stripe.
And just 7 seconds north of 5 minutes left to play. Every point's counting. Every point. I think they know what I'm trying to say. Audience knows what I mean. Every point counts.
I think you're starstruck from that alley-oop, Cam.
That was something. As Antoine Gonzalez trying to make something happen. Joseph Taylor in the game. Oh! Nothing but net and nylon from Joseph Taylor. That's his first bucket of the game and first shot of the game as well, checking in for the first time, Tony.
Yes, good. 3 ball by Taylor is fight, and it's going to be Saints ball.
That was a block by Gabriel Till. I don't think we saw that. Our view was blocked, but in our replay here, Gabriel Till poked that one away before he went up to the basket. I believe block was on Klestein.
Using his length and long arms to get that out of here.
Absolutely, Gabriel Till, the South Sudan native. And Till gets wrapped up with Klestein down low, and he'll go to the line. Those two having fun all game. Obviously keeping everything inside the scope of basketball talk and extracurriculars, but nothing too hostile or conflicting, but just in the sport of competitiveness, Tony.
Absolutely. You do love to see a competitive matchup, especially with your crosstown 2-1-0 rival in this Recreational Center, or Jaguar Den as we call it. And it was similar over there at Our Lady of the Lake University. We had the pleasure of being welcomed by Our Lady of the Lake University, as well as co-commentating, collaborating with them. So we also want to mention we did not forget that, and we thank all of those from OLLU.
Absolutely. I'd like to shout out everybody over at the MBB gym and their staff who allowed us to do a co-commentary broadcast. Tony and I had the honor of joining their play-by-play commentator as Ajan Hatchastrania. Let's one rip. Can't get it to go.
Oh, no way again.
Slam dunk. Number 0. That was Breon Powell. I know his grandfather's happy to see that one. As a 32-point difference with just 6 seconds north of 4 minutes left to play. Saints running away with it here.
That was the story the last time these two teams met, Cam. Showtime dunks back and forth, and here it is at the Den again as Gonzalez makes that three-pointer.
Finding the nylon for 3 with just a couple seconds south of 4 minutes left to go. And an alley-oop down low. That one was Elliott to Rand. Slamming that one home. I know the Saints fans loving that one. Fotis trying to get something going, gets it poked away.
Wide open, off the mark. Gonzalez has it with Gonzalez found by his Saints Gonzalez. Some substitutions were made here on the Saints side of the ball.
Once again, would like to remind everybody that A&M San Antonio will be hosting our first ever homecoming week, kicking off on February 17th and ending with Saturday, February 22nd. The theme this year is deep in the heart of Texas. We'll be having a kickoff event on Monday, student competition, Western-themed Western theme events, and a chili cook-off. And all capping off with Homecoming on Friday, which is a cannot-miss event, and Saturday we'll round out the homecoming program with our Jaguar Den tailgate before the women and men's basketball games. And that 3 by Joshua Larry, finding nothing but nylon. Why not?
Need a lot more of those, Cam, to get the Jaguars back in the game.
Absolutely. As I was saying, though, at the halftime of that game, I believe is going to be the Jaguar royalty crowning, and our inaugural homecoming week will be one you will not want to forget. And check out Jackson for more information. Go Jags. I believe you mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, Tony. Chili cook-off. I'm looking forward to that.
So is the Jaguar Sports Network. We're excited
whether I'm cooking or we're judging, I'm excited. And believe foul's called on number 4, Matthew Gonzalez. Once again, that's about his third or fourth now. Fourth personal foul with just 9 seconds north of 2:30 left to play. And Kenyon Elliott's going to go ahead and check out. Xavier Purnell going to take his spot. Joshua Larry pulling up. That one's off. Rebound Saints. Purnell.
Oh, my
Nothing
goodness.
but nylon for Daniel Smith Jr. Saints.
Quieting the Jaguar Den entirely with that 3 ball.
Up by 31. Larry hesitant, or with a hesitant move, and can't get it to fall off the glass. Saints go the other way. It's a block there. I think that was Xavier Brown again, wasn't it? Xavier Brown with the block, and Ajon pull up just off the mark there. Dylan says, yeah, DJ. Thank you so much, Dylan, for tuning in and supporting your Saints. With just 2 seconds north of 1.5 left to go in this second half of this crosstown rivalry. That shot's off, rebounded by Joseph Taylor.
Ooh, Taylor almost loses it, able to recover. Off the mark by Ajon. Rebound Saints up to Parnell. Inside. Oh, good block by Xavier Brown.
Xavier Brown must have 4 or 5 blocks in this competition alone. 66-97, 31 points separating the Jags and Saints. 46 seconds to go, just 25 separating game clock and shot clock.
Ooh, we'd love to see the fight from Xavier Brown, although the clock is winding down. He's not letting up as a rebounds by Minja. To Brown. Good pass. Good basket by Joseph Taylor. And here come the Saints. Purnell.
Basket. The shot clock's going to be turned off.
Looks like they might just dribble it out here, Cameron, as clock is slowly going down in this crosstown rival matchup. 2-1-0 matchup, I should say. As the final score here for your Jaguars 68, Saints 97, Cam. It's a tough first half. They stayed in it, but unfortunately the Saints were just way too much for the Jaguars in the second half. I don't know how many dunks, alley-oops we saw in the second half, but it was a tough outing for the Jaguars for sure.
Absolutely, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Final score 97. Your Saints and Jaguars 68. And with that, we're going to go ahead and invite you to our next home game taking place on February the 20th. Your Jaguars are going to be taking on the Southwest Mustangs out of New Mexico. And that game will be at the women's tip-off 5:30, men's at 7:30. And once again, I thank all of you for tuning in to this broadcast between your Texas A&M University-San Antonio Jaguars and your Our Lady of the Lake Saints. And once again, I'd like to remind everybody that A&M San Antonio will be hosting our first ever homecoming week, kicking off on February 17th and ending with Saturday, February 22nd. The theme this year is deep in the heart of Texas. We will have a kickoff event on Monday, student competitions, Western-themed events, a chili cook-off, and Domecoming this Friday. Domecoming on Friday evening, a cannot-miss event. And on Saturday, we will round out the homecoming program with our Jaguar Den tailgate before the women and men's basketball game and our Jaguar royalty crowning. Our inaugural homecoming week will be one we won't forget. Check out Jags Inc. for more information, and go Jags. I'd once again like to thank all of you for tuning in to the Jaguar Sports Network and supporting your Saints and Jags. And on behalf of the Jaguar Sports Network, this has been Cameron Caldwell on the broadcaster's table with
Tony Talamantes. It was a pleasure as always, Cam, and we'll see you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on the next one.
Good night and take care.